Hello students, happy morning. Class 12 Physics, Unit 6 Ray Optics continuation video. Our next topic, that is sign convention on focal length for lenses. We know lens is a transparent medium having two sides. Okay, so here we are considering the two focal length. Okay, here the sign convention for thin lenses differ only in the signs followed for focal length. Here first condition, that is the sign of focal length is not decided on the direction of measurement of the focal length from the pole. In our previous session, that is in a spherical mirror, we are considering all the distance from the pole of the mirror. Okay, here also we are considering from the pole of the lens. Okay, but here we won't consider the focal length from the pole of the mirror. Okay, first one is not decide the direction of measurement. Of focal length from the pole of the spherical surface or pole of the lens. Okay, because there are two focal length, one is at right and another one is at left. Okay, here the second thing is focal length of the thin lens is taken as positive. F is positive for converging lens. And F is negative for diverging lens. Okay, see, converging lens, that is a biconvex lens. Okay, diverging lens, that is a biconcave lens. For biconvex lens, the focal length will be positive. For the biconcave lens, the focal length will be negative. Okay, then other sign convention, that are the image distance, object distance, radius of curvature, image height, object height, that are all you followed in the spherical mirrors. Okay, only the focal length only changing. For the converging lens, focal length will be positive, and for the diverging lens, focal length will be negative. Then our next topic, that is lens maker formula. Using this formula only, lens makers made the lens by the same material with a different radius of curvature. Okay, and lens equation. First let me see what is lens maker formula. Okay, for that, here I consider a thin lens of refractive index n2. First of all, I consider a thin lens of refractive index n2, that is placed in a medium of refractive index n1. Here the lens having the two spherical surface. Here it is a first surface, here it is a second surface. This first surface having the radius of curvature r1 and the second surface having the radius of curvature r2. Okay, this is a pole, center point of the lens. Okay, if suppose I place a object O on the principal axis at the left side, okay, that is said to be O. We know the distance between the pole and the object, that is U, object distance. Okay, there is a ray or there is a light beam that fall on the first surface. Okay, after refraction, it will bend and there will be a image. Okay, that is represented as I dash. This is V dash, the distance between the image I dash and the pole. Okay, then there will be one more surface. Okay, then after refraction at the second surface, it will bend its path and we get an image on the principal axis. Okay, that is the final image, that is from the distance v from the pole. Okay, here we know there is a general equation for refraction at a single spherical surface. Okay, write the general equation. General equation for refraction at a single spherical surface. There will be two refraction take place here. First of all, we need to write the expression, that is n2 by v minus n1 by u is equal to n2 minus n1 by r. This is a general expression for refraction at a single spherical surface. Okay, here there is a refraction at the point or at the surface 1. Refraction at the surface 1. Here I am applying the first medium is n1 and second medium is n2. Okay, so here n2 is n2, the value of v. Okay, that v is v dash because image is here. The next minus n1. Okay, u, object is same, u, that is equal to n2 minus n1 by, here it is a first surface, so it is r1. Okay, then refraction at a second surface, C. Here also refraction take place. Here the first medium is n2 and the second medium is n1, so we can write this n2 as n1. Okay, n1 by this v. Okay, here this is v, here also that is v, minus here the first medium, that is n2. Okay, then divided by object distance u. That object, here this image act as a object. Okay, here the I dash act as a object for this image, so we can write that is v dash. Then that is equal to n1 minus n2 by r2. Okay, this is equation 1, this is equation 2. See, here this is the general equation for refraction at single spherical surface. n2 indicate second medium, n1 indicate first medium. Refraction at 1, first medium is n1, second medium is n2. Okay, first medium is n1, second medium is n2. For that case, the first medium is n1, so here n1. Second medium is n2, so here n2. Here it is a image distance. Here image is produced in I dash, so that is v dash. Okay, it is object u, and this is the first refracting surface radius, that is r1. So at second case, refraction at a second surface, so the first medium is n2, second medium is n1. Okay, so rearranging it, then we get n1 became n2 and n2 became n1. Okay, here this v, that is v alone, and u became v dash because this one act as an image for this I. Okay, then adding these two, add 1 and 2, then we get n2 by v dash minus n1 by u. Okay, n1 by u plus n1 by v minus n2 by v dash, that is equal to n2 minus n1 by r1 plus n1 minus n2 by r2. Okay, then solving this will be going to cancel, then we get n1 by v minus n1 by u, that is equal to n2 minus n1 by r1 minus, I put minus here, then it became n2 minus n1 by r2. Okay, taking the common term, n1 is common, then 1 by v minus 1 by u, that is equal to n2 minus n1 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Okay, then again solving this, then we get 1 by v minus 1 by u, that is equal to n2 minus n1 by n1, 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Okay, again solving this, then we get 1 by v minus 1 by u, that is equal to n2 by n1 minus 1. Okay, that became 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Here this is equation 3. If suppose I consider the object O that is at a infinite distance, okay, object is at infinity, so we can write u is equal to infinity. Then we get the image at the focus, so we can write v is equal to f. Okay, suppose if we place the object at infinity, we get the image at a focus. Then substituting these two in the above equation, then it became 1 by v minus 1 by f minus 1 by infinity, that is equal to n2 by n1 minus 1, then 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Okay, on solving this, we get 1 by f is equal to n2 by n1 minus 1, 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Okay, here this is equation number 4. Equating these two expressions, okay, equating these two, then we get 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. Okay, this is Lenz's equation. This is Lenz's equation. Okay, here this is Lenz maker formula. Okay, this is a Lenz maker formula. Equation 4 is a Lenz maker formula, that is 1 by f is equal to n2 minus n2 by n1 minus 1, 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. This is a Lenz maker formula. If suppose I consider the first medium, okay, that is the air medium, so n1 became 1, and the second medium, that is a lens having the refracting index n, then the equation became 1 by f is equal to n by, that is n by 1 minus 1, 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Okay, on solving this, then 1 by f is equal to n minus 1, 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. This is a Lenz maker formula. Okay, here this will tell the lens manufacturer what the curvature they have to make, okay, from a particular material. Using this formula, the lens maker can make the lens with what the radius of curvature they need, okay, from the same material. Then this is a Lenz equation. Okay, this can relate the object distance, image distance, and the focal length of the lens. Okay, the next part is lateral magnification. That is represented by the symbol m. Okay, lateral magnification is a ratio of height of the image, height of the image to the height of the object. Okay, that is h dash by h. If suppose I consider a converging lens, here this is that converging lens, this is a pole, okay, this is the principal axis. I place the object here, that is named as o dash, having the height h. Light from the object that is parallel to the principal axis after refraction that pass through focus. Okay, this point is focus. Then there is a ray that fall through the pole. Okay, after the meeting of two refracted ray there will be an image, that is I dash. Okay, this image have the height h dash. Here we know the triangle, this is P, the triangle POO dash. Okay, POO dash and the triangle PII dash are similar triangles. Okay, then we know because of similar triangles then the ratio of sides are equal. Okay, see the triangle O dash P, this is a point P, this is I dash I. Here it is 90 degree, here also it is 90 degree. Okay, this is a vertical opposite angle. Suppose this is theta, this also theta, so this angle will be same, theta dash. Here also it is theta dash, so we can consider these two are similar triangles. Okay, then the ratio of these two triangles are same. I consider that is I dash by O dash, I dash by O dash, that is equal to Pi by Pu. Okay, the next I am applying the sign convention. Apply sign convention, that we know I dash, that is equal to, that is a negative y axis, so we can write that one as minus h dash. Okay, then O dash, that is in positive y axis, so we can write h. The next O dash, Pi, that is a image distance, that is on right side of the lens, so we can consider that one as V, that is plus V. Then Pu, that is on left side object distance, that is minus U. Okay, then put this sign convention in the above expression. Then we can write M is equal to I dash by O dash, that is equal to Pi by Pu. Okay, then M is equal to I dash, that is that is minus h dash. Okay, then O dash, that is h, Pi, that is V, Pu, that is minus U. On solving this we get h dash by h is equal to V by U, because minus minus going to cancel. Okay, here I get a positive value of M. Okay, if M is positive, the image is virtual image. In a problem you have to apply a sign convention. Okay, if M is negative, that is a real image for converging lens, that is convex lens. Okay, then for concave lens, M is always positive for concave lens. Okay, we know M is equal to V by U. We can write this M in terms of F and V and F and U. Okay, by using lens equation. We know the lens equation, that is 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. Okay, suppose I want to put the value of 1 by U here, so we can write 1 by U is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by F. Substitute here, then M is equal to V 1 by V minus 1 by F. Okay, then M became 1 minus V by F. On solving this, F minus V by F, M in terms of V and F, we can write this one in terms of U and F, that is F by F plus U. Okay, M in terms of V and F, here M in terms of u and f. Okay, thank you.